Once upon a time in the sun-soaked lands of ancient Greece, there was a revered philosopher known for his profound wisdom and tranquility. His sagacity was sought by both the noble and the humble, the young and the old, from every corner of the kingdom. One day, a desolate young maiden, burdened by the chains of her grief, sought the philosopher's wisdom. The young maiden, full of sorrow, had lost a dear one, and was unable to find solace. The philosopher, after hearing her plight, invited her to sit beside him in his magnificent grove, under the shade of the olive trees. His calm demeanor radiated around him as he asked, "Dear child, tell me, what are the shadows that darken your heart? Why do you seek the wisdom of relinquishing?" Tears welled up in the maiden's eyes as she shared, "O wise one, a deep sadness engulfs me. I've lost someone precious, and I'm ensnared in the talons of grief. Each day I am haunted by the phantom of their memory, aching for their absence. I yearn to find the way of release, the path to serenity." The philosopher, with a compassionate gaze, listened to her tale of sorrow. He then gently plucked an exquisite blossom from a nearby olive tree and held it before her. "Observe this," he said. "What do you perceive?" Gazing at the delicate petals of the olive blossom and the subtle aura it exuded, she replied, "A captivating blossom, wise one." A soft smile graced the philosopher's lips as he said, "True, it is indeed a charming blossom. But my child, consider this. What if I clutch this blossom tightly in my grasp, unwilling to release it? What becomes of it?" The maiden thought for a moment, and then replied, "Wise one, if you grip the blossom without release, it would wilt and perish. Its charm would vanish, and its essence would be lost." Nodding, the philosopher responded, "Indeed, child. The wisdom of relinquishing is akin to releasing the blossom. Just as the bloom suffers when held too tightly, your pain and sorrow, when clung to, only multiply. Genuine tranquility and healing are born from the courage to let go." The maiden, absorbed in his wisdom, asked, "But how do I exercise this courage, wise one? How can I liberate myself from the pain that dominates me?" The philosopher gently returned the blossom to its branch and turned his full attention to the young woman. In a serene voice, he spoke, "The path to release begins with acceptance. Acceptance of the past, acceptance of your sorrow, and recognition of the transience of all existence. Understand, my child, that clinging to the past cannot alter it. It merely steals from the richness of the present and prevents you from receiving the gifts that life still has to offer." He continued, "Practice forgiveness, both towards others and towards yourself. Retaining resentment and blame entraps you in a cycle of suffering. Through forgiveness, you lighten the load of anger and open the gates to progress with an unburdened heart." The maiden absorbed the philosopher's teachings, a spark of hope glimmering in her eyes. "Thank you, wise one," she said. "I will endeavor to embody acceptance and forgiveness. I comprehend now that by letting go, I can attain peace and heal my heart." The philosopher gifted her a warm smile, an aura of peace emanating from him. "Remember, my child, the wisdom of relinquishing is a lifelong journey. Each day, choose to let go of what no longer serves you and embrace the beauty of the present moment. In doing so, you will discover the tranquility you seek." With these words of wisdom in her heart, the maiden departed from the philosopher's grove, embarking on a path of self-discovery. She pledged to practice the wisdom of letting go, to embrace each moment, and gradually she began to find the peace that had eluded her. In the ancient lands of Greece, she learned to heal, to forgive, and to live again.